and welcome to Scrapping on the Fly. My name is Kristen and I am here with a double hop with Mad About mini paper pads and Baby Got Scraps. And I am going to use my Die Cuts with a View Playful Pets mat stack as my mini paper pads, and I do have scraps that go with this, plus I pulled some extra scraps out of my random scrap bin, so I am using all scraps except for a base page that I'll determine and pull out here in a little bit. I have some Echo Park embellishments and ephemera from some kits that I have completely used up except for the bits and pieces that are in here, which are tons. And I'm documenting a picture of my son and our dog from 2015. So I have lots of embellishments, some scraps, and my mini paper pad and this picture. So let's see how this goes. So going into this, I have no clue what I'm doing. I wasn't even sure what color paper I was going to mat put everything on. I did decide to go with black. You're not going to see a lot of it when I'm done. I start by going through the paper pad and pulling out anything that I want to really work with. All the scraps I pulled out, as well as anything that I felt was going to go along kind of with a blue theme. There's some green going on as well, but it's predominantly leaning in the blue. That's why I pulled blue scraps out from my just random scrap bin. I think that that's like a color box scrap, that like chipped paint, and then like just a piece of cardstock scrap. And I believe this is actually a Die Cuts with a View scrap of paper too. Something I got at Tuesday morning and had like 25 sheets of, so I use it a lot. And try not to keep pieces that are too small, but this was a pretty good sized piece. But now it is all gone because what I don't put on here I threw away because it wasn't much. And I'm just going to tuck things in. Like I said, I don't have any plan or anything with this stuff. I just start. And because there's that weird little gap right there in the bottom right corner above that little chipped paint paper, I decided that I was actually going to start my mat of pictures down in the bottom corner so I could block that. So originally I started with a picture and was going to just start putting little L-shaped paper scraps up towards the left, but decided I wanted to start with this paper right here because the paw prints are mostly in one direction. There's a few that go the other direction, but they're mostly directional, and I wanted to make sure that the majority of them were upright. So I went ahead and put it down at the bottom, and then I just start tucking layers in there. So I'm kind of just showing what I'm doing and with not gluing anything down, and then it's going to be like a magic trick, and all of a sudden it'll be glued down and attached, and you won't have to see all the crazy pulling and prodding and trying to get things in there. So in the end, I don't have as much of that plaid paper showing, but that's okay. And it does go up a little higher than I anticipated. And so I'm going to do some finagling and some moving because I don't like the way it ends up there, leaving a random black strip on the right and left of that little puppy dog paper. And then of course that random black on the top. So I'm going to finagle and fix and fiddle. I do a lot of pulling up and pushing down and re-gluing and stuff. I do also get some tearing in there. So, but first I'm going to pull some embellishments out and try and use as many as I can. This has always been my complaint about Echo Park, is lots of wordy bits. I love having titles, don't get me wrong, but I like icons. They're easier to tuck. If you've got a bunch of words here, it's hard. You can't really tuck those because then you're covering something. And so, I really wish it would be, even if it was an even amount of icons, but you know, it's not. So when I put this doggy paper up here down, you can't really see it right now, but there's a little black gap between that puppy dog paper and the polka dot paper. So I took this frame that I had down in the bottom corner and I just tucked it in there to cover that. And it kind of blends in because it's that same blue aqua color. Up close, like in person, looking at the layout, you can see it. When I do the close-ups later, you'll be able to see it better, but I don't really want it to be like an in-your-face kind of thing anyway. It's really just kind of covering a boo-boo. So I get that in there, but you know, and I'm really good at fixing boo-boos because I'm really good at making them. So you kind of learn how to fix things when you're, make mistakes like that, and it's fine. So I am going to get All those little embellishments down. Like I said, lots of 40 bits. I mean, there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 word phrases or, words on here that I pull from the sticker sheet or the embellishments because, like I said, I've got tons of them. I predominantly went with a blue base, whether it was outlined in blue or the words were blue. This one I put down here that says Wolf Rough Bark has that blue in it, but also has orange and yellow. This picture of my son and our dog is in the mud room where he used to sleep at night, and he like destroyed the wall and tore the tile off the floor. When he was a puppy, he was an annihilator. And so I didn't mind covering like above him and below him because there's a big hole in the wall or the drywall, and there's like, this jacked up untiled floor at the bottom. So I was okay covering all of that and just pretty much leaving this little gap where you can see my sweet little 6-year-old, almost 6-year-old son and our dog, our 3-year-old dog having a good old tug of war match, which I promise you the almost 6-year-old did not win. So I get all the wordy bits in there. I did end up tucking this little green strip of paper at the top. Not only is it bringing in that green from the mat where the picture is, but it's also covering some of that gap up there. But I really wanted to try and make things look a little bit more evened out. So I do a little tearing on all 4 sides where the black is so that it doesn't look as odd, like where there's just a little random gap of black at the top. So I went ahead and made a gap at the bottom and then on either side, and I much rather prefer the way that it looks now. So it's a very busy layout. I'm okay with that. The picture is super simple in the middle, and that's all right. Got lots and lots of scraps used up. Got lots and lots of, like 4 sheets of this mini paper pad. So I'm doing good, guys. And another memory is documented. So I hope that you all enjoyed this lovely, crazy adventure. If you would like, there is information in the description box about wow, where am I at, guys? Baby Got Scraps and the Mad About Mini Paper Pads. Gosh, guys. So that information will be there, so I hope you'll go check that out. I would love it if you would give me a thumbs up if you stayed with this crazy video. Subscribe if you haven't already. I hope to see you all again really soon. I should be back again tomorrow, the next day. I hope you all have a great day. Hope you get a chance today to do something you love with someone you love, and happy scrapping.